Morning, Acacia students. You know there are many different forms of writing: poetry, novels, short stories. Today we're going to talk about a specific form of writing that as a student you need to become very familiar with. That is a form of writing called an essay. There are many different types of essays. We're going to focus on three types: persuasive, narrative, and the expository essay forms. A persuasive essay is the main goal of a persuasive essay is, guess what? To persuade. And when you persuade someone, you change their way of thinking. So generally, persuasive essays are based on a well-defined, controversial issue. They contain a counter-argument. So I say the sky is blue, you say the sky is gray. Okay, you say I'm right, you say I'm wrong. Okay, something that we can argue about. In a persuasive essay, the writer takes a clear position, takes a stand. Okay. They use an argument as to why their stance is correct. You can't just say, I believe it to be true. You have to support your belief or your argument using facts, data, quotes, and rhetorical questions. Your writing needs to be done in a reasonable, confident tone and demonstrate a lack of bias. Bias means not taking a side. You can't use arguments or evidence that's going to sound prejudicial. Narrative form of writing. Well, I'm sure you've heard the word narrator before. In a narrative essay, the introduction clearly indicates the topic. Narratives can be a personal story, and they're generally told with a great amount of detail. So as we can see from the picture, the narrator, a personal story where the narrator is the central person in the story or the central character in the story, which means that a narrative essay is generally told in the first person. So you'll see pronouns like I and me. A narrative essay is descriptive. So it reads a lot like a story or a book. It has personal, unique writing style that shows the writer's personality. Third type of essay we're going to talk about is the expository essay. Now, as opposed to a narrative essay, as you can see from the little illustration we have in our video under the word expository, a narrative lets you be free with your writing. You are telling a story from your perspective, so you can make things up basically. A narrative, you're telling it from your point of view or from the first person point of view. An expository essay is a clear and concise and well-defined essay with a thesis statement. So that's sort of a science word, right? A thesis statement tells you what the main idea of the essay is going to be. In an expository essay, your ideas are outlined or structured in a clear and logical way with transitions between each paragraph. The body paragraphs of your essay, those are the paragraphs that are not your introduction or your conclusion. They are chock full of evidence, and that evidence is research-based ideas, guys. And then, of course, your expository essay would end with a conclusion. So based upon my research, I now see that A is true, or A is untrue. As I said, there are many types of writing. The three forms of essay writing we're going to focus on in summer school are your persuasive, your narrative, and your expository. And the purpose of this video is just to give you a slight overview of how they're different and why they have the names that they have. And we will get more into depth, focus on each of these individual forms in subsequent lessons. Thanks very much for watching.